There are 101 weapons in Arsenal, and these are only projectile-based ones. I did make a video like this similar, but it didn't have these many weapons, and this is not a tier list. And I'll be going through these as quick as possible. If you want to look at the stats for yourself, I'll link the wiki down in the description below. Because if I had to describe each stat, this video would be about 40 minutes long, and I'm not going to do that. Okay, oh man, I'm going to speed run through this crap. Oh yeah. By the way, there are 3 pictures on your screen right now. To the left is going to be the garbage can. In the middle is going to be a picture of me. And to the right is a picture of a golden statue. What this means is that the garbage can means if a weapon is in there, it is garbage. Me, it is decent. And if it's on the golden statue, it is like considered as one of the best weapons in the game. Of course, that's my opinion. I don't expect you to buy it, but it's okay, okay? Okay, cool. Ooh, okay, it's time to start. Woo! Pistols. P250, decent. It's terrible at long range, but at close ranges, it really destroys because it can 2 to 3 shot kill. Overall, decent. Deagle, 1 shots on the head across all ranges. A low magazine capacity, but makes up for the 2 body shot count and kind of tight and kind of decent spread. Golden gun is semi-garbage because I'm like it does have 0 spread. It is a 1-shot kill, but it only has 1 shot, and you got to reload for about 3 to 4 seconds. Tech 9 is decent. It destroys at close range with like 2 to 3 shots required. Fast fire rate, decent magazine capacity of like 20 shots. At further range though, this is useless. In 1v1, easy garbage, terrible spread, low magazine capacity. High power, decent magazine, okay damage, okay spread. M9, garbage. Just terrible at long range. Spread gets whacked when you shoot it way too many times. It's hard to control. And I'm like, overall garbage. Glock 17, garbage. Requires 5 shots on the body to kill somebody. It does have 0 spread and 17 rounds in the magazine, but like just a fire rate and 5-shot body kill requirement just ruins it. Windicator is actually decent. I know it's supposed to be garbage, but it's actually decent, okay? 1 shot across all ranges on the head, and it can 1-shot at close on the body if you're close enough. Hush Puppy is semi-garbage because it does 1 shot on the head, 2 shot on the body, but the fire rate just ruins it. It's so low. Peacemaker is semi-garbage because if you single tap it, it takes a long time to pull the hammer back, and if you spray it, you take a chance of pretty much missing or getting a nice headshot. Makarov is near god tier. It has really good spread, really good damage, really good fire rate, but the drawback is the magazine capacity of only being 9 shots. Luger is decent. It's pretty much a Makarov except with 0 spread, but it has a lower fire rate. Dual Volcanics, a 1-shot up close, and they're overall decent. They're okay at long range. The spread is not too bad. Pepper gun is semi-garbage. 2-shot kill up close. The fire rate is not that bad, but when you go to spray and pray, right-click chance wheel crap, it turns to complete garbage unless you're up really close. Webley is okay. I would consider this as a decent weapon. It 1-shots up close and 1-shots across all ranges on the head. Decent fire rate. Hand cannon is semi-garbage. The speed kind of ruins it, and that's what makes it kind of hard to aim. 8 shots in the magazine, 1 shots on the head across all ranges. Little Tom, it's garbage, okay? It's pretty much the automatic version of the Glock, but worse because it only has 9 shots in a magazine. Still requires 5 body shots. Z80, garbage. Prismas, they're pretty much the flip side of Dual Volcanics. They have double the fire rate, double the magazine capacity, but half the damage. Overall, decent though. Electric Revolver, easy garbage, terrible spread, just terrible stats. It does 1 shot on the head, but the spread kills it. Next up is Submachine Guns. Mac 10, easy garbage, useless at long range, spread is terrible, and the damage is kind of low. UMP 45, decent, good damage, kind of good spread, usable at long range. P90, kind of semi-garbage, just because the magazine is literally only 20 rounds. That's kind of bad, with the damage being so low as well. Fire rate's okay. AP7 is decent. It's really only good at close range, okay at medium range. Further ranges, you can try and use it, but you can die at the same time using it. MP5K, overall decent. 30 rounds in the magazine, good fire rate, good damage, okay spread. AP9S, closer to the god tier. This is probably one of the best submachine guns. You can spray this out long range, 30 rounds, good damage, good spread. Grease gun, close to the god. No, this is the god tier weapon range. Because if you tap this, you can literally get some precision spread, 3-shot kill on the body or 2-shot on the head. Really good. Low magazine, but that doesn't matter when you have good aim. Uzi, garbage. I'm like, it's pretty much the same crap as a Mac 10. Tommy gun, garbage. And because like the damage is really low, the fire rate is kind of and the spread is really bad. Mat 49 is closer to the god tier range. It has really good spread, decent damage, and like okay magazine size of 20 rounds. Standard is pretty good, good spread, good damage, 32 rounds, overall decent. PPSH, garbage. The spread is terrible. It does have a large magazine capacity of 71, but that doesn't matter when the spread is terrible and the damage is bad. Micro Uzi, they are okay. They're decent. Not good for long range, but at medium range and close range, you should be alright. Good, kind of good spread. Okay damage, really good fire rate. Next up is shotguns. Mag 7, pure garbage. I'm like useless at long ranges, barely usable at medium range, and like low magazine and low fire rate. XM1014, it's okay, pretty decent, shoots fast, does good damage. You can one shot at medium range. Overall, okay. DBS, closer to the god tier section. You can fly up in the air and snipe people across the map with it. The drawback is it's only 2 shots. DB shotgun, decent. It does only have 2 shots, but you can fly with it and 1 shots at close range. Medium ranges, you can actually do okay damage, but you can't kill them in 2 shots, but it's overall decent. Spaz 12 is decent. It's definitely good at close range because you can just hold it down and spray, but at medium ranges, it gets quite useless. At longer ranges, this is useless. Lever shotgun is pretty good. You can double jump with this, and I'm like, you can do some sick kills with that. Overall decent because you can 1-shot close range and sometimes at medium range. Pump shotgun is actually pretty good, closer to the god tier range because you can literally snipe with this if you go for the head, doing 25 damage per shot, which is pretty good for a shotgun, people. 1 shot at close range. Trench gun, closer to the god tier section. I'm like, you can snipe with this, doing like about 60 damage for the head at long ranges, but I'm like, you gotta have some precision aim with that, bro. At close range and at medium range, it can 1-shot though. Kaliko, garbage. Is only usable at close range. Other than that, garbage. Mossberg 500, this would be paired up with the trench gun, but they actually nerfed it, so the spread's worse. So this is semi-garbage because of that. It is usable at medium range, but it can't 1-shot like the trench gun. R800 is semi-garbage. I'm like, it has no magazine capacity, so you can fire it however many times you want. Fire rate's okay, but it's only usable at close ranges. A12 is decent. It used to be god tier, but you can't really snipe with it no more, so that's why I'm not going to give it a god tier section no more. If you're a mobile user though, this is easily a god tier weapon for you. TOZ 106, this is pretty good if you go for the head at medium range because it will 1-shot, but at longer ranges they nerfed it a bit. But I'm like, overall this is like a bit above to the god tier section just because of that 1-shot capability if you go for the head at medium range, and it's a shotgun, people. Automatic rifles. M61, it's okay, it's decent, really good damage, really good fire rate, but low magazine capacity. FAMAS, it's kind of semi-garbage, not too bad though. I'm like, it has kind of a bad spread, but okay fire rate, good damage, 25 rounds, not too bad. AK-74, if you lightly tap this, it's pretty good. I'm gonna mark this as decent. Large magazine capacity of 30, and it's like I'm like, it kills pretty quickly. AKM, pretty much the same thing as an AK-74, but more damage and more spread, so still decent. M682, I'm gonna mark this as semi-garbage just because like the burst weapon is pretty garbage. It can 1-shot or my bad, kill in 2 bursts, but I'm like, the burst is kind of hard to control. It does have a noob tube, but I'm like, that is really a game of chance right there, depending on the map and stuff like that. M41 is semi-garbage just because I'm like, the spread gets really bad on it, and it's actually worse than the AK because the damage is lower on it. Potassium power is garbage. The low magazine capacity, low fire rate, and is only really usable only at close range. AUG is pretty decent, closer to the god tier section. Really good spread, fast fire rate, good damage, and 30 rounds in the magazine. MK18 is decent, closer to the god tier range. If you tap this with sights in, you can easily get a kill within like 2 to 3 shots on the head. Laser rifle is decent. I would mark this as god tier, but the problem is that it runs out of ammo really quickly. But it does have 0 spread and can kill in like half a magazine, I think. M14 EBR is worse than the MK18 because the spread is actually a tad bit more higher on the M14. But again, with the same sight thing, 2 to 3 taps on the head is actually okay, decent overall. FN Foul is pretty decent. I'm like low magazine capacity, but it can kill within like 3 to 5 shots, so not too bad. Scar H is pretty god tier. It's close to god tier. The reason why I won't give it a god tier is because of its low magazine capacity of only being 20 rounds, but it can kill in literally 2 shots on the head and has a very high fast fire rate. G11 is pretty god tier, but closer to decent. I'm like, if you hold it down, the recoil is pretty nasty, but I'm like, it does have a large magazine capacity and 3 shots in the head or 2 shots in the head. L8683 garbage. The spread is terrible, damage is super low, and just because of the spread is garbage. XR15 garbage, burst garbage, just trash. Nail gun is really good. This is like near god. No, this is god tier because it is like the laser rifle, but the fire rate is not that fast and there is more damage. So it doesn't say as a laser rifle, but better. M carbine. This is pretty decent. Like, it is usable at long range. The problem is that the spread kind of gets a bit whack, but not too bad compared to the other assault rifles, and very OP at close range. Semi-automatic rifles, M14, M1A1C, M1A1P, they're all pretty much the same crap. They're all decent. Like, they all can one shot on the head at all ranges, but you gotta have good aim, and when you spam it too much, it gets really garbage spread. M1 Grand is semi-garbage. It can one shot up close and one shots across at all ranges, but I'm like, the spread is kind of high. And I'm like, you only got 8 shots, Chief. I'm like, that's kind of hard to do because if you have poopy aim, you're gonna get an 8-8. Henry rifle is semi-garbage. It has 6 shots. It can 2 shot on the body at all ranges or 1 shot on the head, but like the fire rate kind of throws it off. Spencer carbine is decent. It's similar to the Henry rifle, but you can double jump with it. Dragunov is somewhere between semi-garbage and decent. It can 1 shot on the head. Pretty good fire rate. It's pretty much like a A1 reskin, pretty much. Machine guns, there's only 4. MG42, pretty close to the god tier. The only drawbacks is a slow walk speed and a low magazine capacity, but you can't kill people at long ranges with this because of how tight the spread is. Minigun, pure garbage. You're just so slow with it. It does low damage, and you got to be up close in order for this to kill really quickly, because if you try to use this at long range, it is very useless. M60 and EM249, they're both the same crap. Garbage. I'm like, just terrible spread once you start to use it. Large magazine capacities though, but at longer ranges, the damage drop off is so bad that it is useless at long range. Sniper rifles, easy. G3 SG1, decent. It is a semi, can one shot on the head, decent. Op, decent. It can one shot on the body. It does have a low fire rate, but not too bad. But I'm like, the one shot is nice, bro. Barrette have fast fire rate, and I'm like, because of that, it gets pretty close to the god tier range. Railgun is decent. If you got the aim, you're gonna be okay with this. M40, pure hot fire garbage, low fire rate. MS556, it's semi garbage because I'm like, it's like the M40, but you can fire a bit more faster. And because of that, it's going to get semi-garbage. Mosin Nugget, decent. It can 1 shot up close, 2 shot at all ranges, and 1 shot on the head at all ranges. Musket, I'm like, this is considered as semi-garbage. I would consider this as near a god tier weapon just because I'm like, I'm really good with it. But just look at the stats, it's pretty bad. I'm like, it is a 1-shot kill with a crosshair, but the problem is that the reload, it's just a meme. It's really stupid. Projectiles, and this is the last section of my video. Baseball launcher is semi-garbage. I'm like, there are definitely way better weapons than this pile crap. It requires 3 shots, I believe, like up close in order to kill somebody. The fire rate is kind of low. I'm like, it's decent, but feels low. At further ranges, I think it is a 2-shot kill, but you got to really aim with this crap. Rocket launcher, it's okay. It's decent. You can rocket jump with it. You can kill people with direct contact, and splash damage is like 97 to 65, I think. So overall, pretty decent. 4 shots. RPG, closer to god tier range. It 1 shots on direct and on splash damage as well. Super Ball is a 2-shot kill. I would mark this as like semi-garbage just because of how big the projectile is. You can often like bounce it off a wall by mistake. Slingshot is decent. You can kill pretty quickly with it. Fast fire rate, and I'm like, it has no magazine, so I'm like, you can shoot as many balls as you want. Crossbow is semi-garbage. 1 shots at further ranges and on the head at all ranges, but at close, if you go for the body, it won't work for a 1 shot. Concussion rifle is easily a god tier weapon. You can rocket jump with it, 2-shot, splash damage, or direct hit. It's pretty much a sniper rifle, so no need to worry about the projectile crap. I'm like, there's a lot of things you can do with this. Overall, pretty god tier weapon. 5-shot magazine capacity though, but that doesn't really matter when you have good aim. Plasma launcher, garbage. This burst fire garbage. Requires 3 shots to kill at long ranges. 2 shots, but 2 shots at close ranges, but sometimes you kill yourself doing that. Bow is garbage. I'm like, you gotta draw it back, so that takes time. It takes like 2 to 3 seconds to fully charge it, and then that's when you can one-shot, because if you don't fully charge it, you can't one-shot unless you go for the head. Fire launcher, pure hot fire garbage. Just pure garbage, man. Just pure trash. Not even gonna talk about it. Just pure garbage. Razor bomb is pretty decent. I'm like, you can jump in the air and then like shoot a bunch down, and you get 20 at a time, so you can just spam them. And I'm like, overall, pretty decent. One shot on direct content or near direct content. Spell book is pretty good. I'm like, I would consider this closer to the God tier range. The pullout time is really terrible, but once you got it out, you can literally kill 5 people at once with this just by setting 5 people afire. That's pretty dope. Pizza is garbage. I'm like, it is OP at close range, and you can go fast with it, but at further ranges or medium ranges, a whole pizza box will not kill them. Autobow is decent. You can spam this crossbow, and it does require only 2 shots out of the 5 they give you in order to kill on the body, but if you go for the magical headshot, you should be a-okay, and at long ranges, this works too as well. Ice Stars is garbage. Snowball is garbage. Presence is garbage. And all these, I'm going to sum up. They're all projectile based. They have a pretty low fire rate. I'm like, they're overall not really good compared to some of the other projectile based weapons. And that marks the end of my video. I am done. I have rated 101 weapons, put them either in the garbage, or I put them in the decent range or in the God tier range. Oh man, this will go down in Arsenal history.